Yogena chittasya padena vacham.
My name is James Murphy, and I'm the president of the Iyengar Yoga Association of Greater New York, and also the director of the Iyengar Yoga Institute of New York. Iyengar Yoga is a method of yoga that was developed by BKS Iyengar in Pune, India. He has incorporated the use of props. We use wooden props, we use chairs, we use blankets, we use belts, things that then allow the student to stay in poses longer than they could if they were on their own.
I was first interested on the physical level. And then I started to notice after practicing more regularly that there was a lot of other benefits.
Oftentimes when I go to yoga, because of my busy schedule, I'm rushed and I'm stressed. It takes a minute, really, for me to settle down, get into a calm, meditative state. And by the end of class, I feel completely refreshed, totally rested.
So if you find yourself caught up in the 9 to 5 or the nightlife or whatever it is that's depleting your body, the yoga practice gives you a basis and a solidity that you can always come back to.
And it's all about integrating mind and body, right? Which is what yoga is, and that's what it means, union.
The work is so subtle. At first, I didn't catch the spiritual benefits. It took a couple years before I started to see the physical alignment is spiritual alignment. And I think that's what the beauty and the power of the work is.
What you learn in yoga is so powerful and can actually make such a difference in how you are able to survive as a human being.
Yoga teaches you about yourself. You get to see yourself in these different circumstances, different poses. If something happens that you're afraid of, or that you're not sure of, or it's unusual, or it's unknown, can you still be comfortable with that? Can you relax and be there and be present and take what comes?
My name is Neil Stevenson, and my age is 47. I've been living with HIV for 18 years.
I'm Peter Kramer. I'm going to be 50, and I was diagnosed in 1990.
My name is Robin Simmons. I'm 45 years old, and I've been HIV positive for 14 years.
I'm Jack Waters. I'm younger than Madonna, but older than Ricky Martin. I was diagnosed for HIV in 1991. When I was diagnosed, my doctor said point blank, "You have HIV. I'm not going to be around the bush. You have to do something."
I had actually put off being tested because I didn't actually want to know.
I was one of the people who believed in taking medications from the get-go. So as soon as AZT became available, every morning you wake up with a headache. I did anyway. And it's hard enough to wake up when you're HIV positive and you are getting used to that, because the first thing you think of, when you wake up, it's the first thing you think of. And it's like, oh.
I went to the Iyengar yoga class, the restorative class that's being given specifically for people with HIV/AIDS. And from that point on, I was hooked.
I was really glad to be able to take advantage of that resource because it was free.
Started it, had never done any kind of yoga before. Just immediately felt, that it was a very good thing. Physically first, and then mentally and emotionally, and then the whole thing.
I started to notice after practicing more regularly that my health was stabilizing, that emotionally I felt much more grounded. The side effects were becoming minimized.
Mr. Iyengar basically teaches yoga to anybody who comes to him.
Mr. Iyengar has served as such an example for people living with diseases because he came from a place of infirmity. When he was growing up, he had malaria, typhoid, and tuberculosis, and he moved from infirmity to firmness and from confusion to clarity.
He has devised a system for people that are positive that allows them to do the best that they can do under their circumstances.
Going to Iyengar, and especially learning the restorative methods, has been incorporated into my everyday health regimen.
Maintaining as good a physical condition overall as you can, whatever the constraints are, is very effective, obviously, for any kind of illness or sickness. And in particular, I think HIV, when it's chronic like that.
I consider this as much a part of my healthcare regimen as my medication.
The yoga practice is a focus It's a therapy. It's a way to get back in touch with your body.
It's not going to cure you of AIDS, but it's going to make your quality of life tremendously better.
What the Iyengar yoga has given them, or the yoga has given them, is a chance to really take back their control and make them feel good.
It's not so much how long you live, but the intensity with which you live.